Okay. Welcome back to Nick Lenz Comic Corner Classic Class Non-Classic. This is episode 2650. And Doubleshot number 26, 25, 40, 46. No, 44, excuse me. So, we have ourselves basically two trades here where it's Wonder Woman and a Catwoman trade. What do they have in common? G. Wilson. G. Wilson was a feature in this first Wonder Woman book. A Wonder Woman, and of course she writes this book here. First that we have is Diana Prince Wonder Woman Volume 2. Wait, this one's interesting. This collects issues of Wonder Woman 185 to 189, Superman's Girlfriend 93, and Brave and Bold 87. Covering a time period of 1967 1970. So, yeah, I'll get to basically the whole thing with those in particular. Basically, 185 does kind of cap off, I think like 1969, I think it was, yes. So the first issue is mostly put just Diana just discovering a woman in her apartment, and also involve these weird people, and watch out for that pink cat, because that comes to play, of course, she's playing to be a slave. Yeah, and it turns out, after basically cleaning her up, it turns out, though, that, well, the woman with top hat is, well, a thief. After knocking her hat over, it turns out she actually is hiding some, well, also her store gets burned down. Yep, so she gets a temporary place, so they soon discover that she's a thief, and of course, the woman's arrested. By the way, Diana wears a white outfit. And if you keep asking, Nick, when should she get put back her classic Wonder Woman attire? 9 to 200. But I Ching was actually absent for issue 186, and here he's back from 185. So, yeah, they mentioned what happened in the last issue. Here, which I also gotta love this artwork here for this boutique. Yeah, apparently Wonder Woman's a boutique store. Yes. Oh, by the way, the writer of this issues, for the first, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that is written and drawn by Mike Sawalski. The inking is done by Dick Giordano. The Superman, I think it's from Wonder Woman, Superman's Girlfriend number 95. That's done by Robert Kniger. Artwork by R. Novak. The cover art is by Kurt Swan and the late Neil Adams. So, it's like the very next thing here, and of course, well, we deal with some other stuff here. Deals with, like, people going crazy. Of course, it's the late 60s, so of course stuff like this would happen. So, and the very next issue is Superman's Girlfriend 95. Yeah, this is the issue where Wonder Woman attempts to marry Superman. Yep. Yeah, it's a very interesting issue. Now, let me take a look here about this. I think this one collects the whole issue. Was it 95? Because it says 95 in here. Oh, 93. Here we go. Yeah. This one does collect the whole issue. the main villain of the story, people from the Phantom Zone. It's a really funny issue, but I do kind of enjoy it, this one. But it's not the only one. It's just basically included this in here because Wonder Woman makes guest appearance, so why not? The very next issue is her next guest appearance outside this book. Teams with Batman and the Wonder Woman. This mostly you could think of this book as Batman guest starring in a Wonder Woman story. It's like this probably was supposed to be for Wonder Woman, but they put it in here because why not? It's mostly about Diana being Bruce Wayne outside of his identity for the first time, and just help out take some crooks, and that's it. Really fun issue. Yeah. So then we have I-Chain being shot in this issue by somebody who claimed that he murdered her mother, and oh, by the way, there's no Steve Trevor. Nope, he's not here. Yeah, then issue 88, we kind of reveal, I think of this issue particularly, if we find out who this is. I think this issue in particular, we find out who Dr. Cypher is. Yeah, but she comes back, don't worry. But she's not like... It's like she's here, kind of, and then she becomes like a regular villain right after. She becomes semi-recurring even after this book, even though after the storyline wraps up. So, they meet her, but they don't show her face. And the woman who accuses I-Ching of basically killing her mother, the person's mother, is in fact his daughter. And she's working for Dr. Cypher. Yeah, but despite that kind of show Dr. Cypher's face, don't really show exactly who this person is. So, the person is beaten, and then, of course, basically, then we had a backup story. Yes, a backup story called Crime Does Not Pay. And then we have, by the way, the end of the previous story, Wonder Woman chases I-Chang to Red China. Yep. Really interesting story here. I like it. A lot of really fun stuff here. I'm going to give this book roughly a 9 out of 10. So, got 2 more volumes left to go for this run, and then that's pretty much it for this era of Wonder Woman. Next up we have is Batman 1 Bad Day-Catwoman, called No Small Scourge, written by G. Willows, art by Jay McKeeve. By the way, Catwoman is wearing her outfit she wears from the current run. And here's a little fun fact. Did you know of all these one-shots, she's has an ongoing series? Most of the for this one, you have her Selena basically as herself going to an auction. She's a brooch, looks familiar, talks to someone who runs it, and then later on takes it. And then, of course, she calls up her sister. Yes, her sister. Maggie Kyle, which, if you're curious, is this the first post-splash appearance for her? No, her first appearance was in issue 3. Though mostly this is her outside of her wheelchair. And she's working at some convenience store. This is a fairly recent of her. So, she's working at a convenience store. She calls her up when she's on her shift. And, of course, the person who's taking checkout person for is not happy. She's taking a phone call when she is supposed to take her out. And, yeah, it turns the grocery store is actually fake. And Batman appears in the story. And they do so have it where she and Batman have a thing for each other. So, it turns out the grocery store was a fake. It's a fake. I get that from Star Trek Space Nine. It was a Rama who said it that way from In the Pale Moonlight. Great episode. So, yeah, this is not the brooch you're looking for. Turns out that the person who sold it made it 30 years previous to this book. Battles her, and she gets away. But then it leaves open-ended, basically, for her spending time with her sister, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a complete story. It feels like basically this is supposed to be part one of a story, but it just leaves off on a cliffhanger. Like, it almost seems like this is supposed to be about a person called a forger. Yeah. Who claims to be Vivian Page, which I'm sure it's probably a nod to uh I think it's a nod to possibly Mother Panic. That's Violet Page. I think this person alleges she basically is related to her, so it's called Violet. So quite possibly, who knows? But I have nothing much else to say with this book. It's just that this is the one Bad Day book that felt incomplete to me. It felt as though we could have had another story here, but we're going to live the way it is. Yep. I'm giving the book roughly a 9/9. I would give it a 10 because it was a good story. I would give it. I'm not giving it a 10 because it felt like basically it left open for more. Yep. So yeah, that's particularly it. Particular view. Next up, hopefully, will be Blue Exorcist. Okay. Next view. Bye.